Hello, folks. All right. Today we're going to be doing some phase 2 push-ups. So to start off with phase 2 push-ups, this is a phase 2 exercise, and the prerequisites are your transitional sits and your transitional downs, all in phase 2. So before we start the actual hands-on demo, I'm going to have Earl go over some stuff on the board, and I'm going to do something I bet you've never seen a dog do before. Go behind the camera for a moment, and let's see. Earl, take it away here. So Earl's going to explain exactly what we're going to be doing here, because this pattern is everything. It's super important. You want to be real technical. You do not want to get it wrong for the sake of making this for the sake of there being the least amount of stress for your dog as possible. So here's Earl Dunn, Custom Canine Training, based out of New Jersey.
Okay, folks. So basically, we're going to get the dogs in the starting position, which is going to be inducive. We're not going to use any correction. We're just going to be using a goodie, asking the dogs to take the sit or the down position, so we have our default start position. Once the dogs are in their starting position, we're going to start off with our regular, predictable command sequence, just like you've learned in all the other lessons. So first we're going to start off with the dog's name. After the name, we're going to give them a command. If the dog does it, praise. If the dog doesn't do it, we're going to continue to the word no. If the dog does it on the no, as usual, we'll then go to praise. If they still don't do it, then we're going to go to command plus correction. If the dog does it on that first time, we give the praise. If the dog doesn't listen after their first command and correction, we're going to continue to give command and correction, and if necessary, a little bit of help with a goodie or something. So it's going to be the same predictable command sequence we've learned so far.
Okay, so I guess we'll demo on me. All right. So we're going to do some doggy push-ups, these are called. Not to be confused with human push-ups.
It's been a while. Alright, let's get you hooked up.
Okay. Actually, we're even in this camera. Yeah, you can see us. Okay. Alright.
Okay, so I'm going to spin the collar on my dog, just so it's a little easier for me. I'm going to start Mike off in a sit. Mike, sit. Good boy. Good. I'm just going to use my praise. Now I'm going to start off by putting Mike into the DOWN. Mike, down, no, down, down.
Goodie.
Ooh,
all right.
Good boy.
All right.
Good.
Cheerio. Okay. All right. So now Earl's gonna. Actually, no, let's just you continue doing it. Earl's doing a better job than I am. He's a better talker. You continue.
Okay, next I'm going to get Mike to push up into the sit position. Be ready, this could be a little difficult for your dog, especially the first time. So remember what the sequence we went over in the beginning. If he's struggling at all when I'm doing correction, I'm going to use a goodie to help guide him. Mike, sit. No. Sit. Sit.
Ooh.
Sit.
All right.
Good boy. Good boy. Mike, free. I'm just going to free Mike up on that first one so it's not too traumatic or too stressful for him. Look at that, taking goodies like a champ. Okay, so we'll go back to inducive. Mike, sit. Mike, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Mike, down. No. Down. 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 Good boy. Attaboy.
Wow, I'm not feeling that stressed out right now. Great technique, Earl.
Mike, sit. No. Sit. 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 Good boy. Good. So if you noticed on that one, Mike was having a little bit more problem going into the sit. So I tried to show him with the goodie at first. He wasn't really responding, so I lightly held my hand under his chest and lightly lifted as I corrected. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Mike, down. No. down, 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 down. Good boy, good boy. So right there I gave Mike, again, a little bit more help with the down correction with my hand on his shoulders. Lightly putting some pressure, showing him where to go to make the correction stop. One more time, we're going to get him back into the sit. Mike, sit. No. Sit. 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 Good boy. Good boy, Mike. Good. Going to try the down one more time. Mike, down. No. Down. Good boy. Good. That one was much easier for him, okay? Mike, free.
All right.
Good boy.
Good. So, I'm not feeling that stressed out by these. Now, the reason why we're doing transitional sits and transitional downs before these is because the dog already gets familiar about what these corrections are about. When the dog is already in the down and they're ready sit and already in the sit, we remember it doesn't take much to put them into those positions. Now, I'm expected to do a much longer range of motion to actually get into these commands. Notice how calm and relaxed Earl is with doing this. Again, this should not be a confrontational thing. So he's going to do some more with me, but he's going to kind of mix in like some of the things now that you've done with transitional sits and transitional downs, which is going out and doing resistance and all of that. So let's see. Earl, go.
Mike, sit. Mike, sit. Good boy. Good. Good. Mike, down. No. Down. Good boy. Good boy.
Ooh, resistance. I know what this is about.
Ooh, good boy,
Oh,
Mike. Very
okay.
good.
I think I understand what's going on.
Mike, sit. No. Sit.
Oh.
Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Ooh, good boy. Very good boy, Mike.
Oh, good.
Good boy.
I think I'm pretty happy. I think I'm doing good.
Good boy. No. Sit. Good boy. Mike, down. No. Good boy. Very good boy.
Notice how I responded to the word no. By this point, your dog should be really kind of be picking up on what this word no means, and you may start seeing your dog respond, to the no's, which is a good thing. It saves the dog correction. Remember, never, ever, ever correct your dog on the word no. It is a warning, so keep it at a warning. It's a second chance for your dog. And now Earl's going to continue with a few more. He's going to free me up.
Mike, free.
Good.
Good boy. Good.
Oops. Hey, where's my... Hey! Oh, man! Need a little first aid? All right? If your dog's tail falls off during the exercise, just remain calm. Try to end the session on a good note. Don't panic. If you panic, the dog's more likely to panic. But, all right. Very good. And they're good? All right? Good. All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not like a Rottweiler now, right? Or something. Yeah.
Mike, sit. Mike, sit. Good boy. Good.
Important point. At this point, do not correct your dog still into a sit or down. Still put them in the actual position with the treat. You're just going to move back and forth from the sit and the down with the correction. The next step, which is coming soon, real soon, is the complete sits and downs, which will be the next thing. But so this is a pretty easy one, right? I mean, that's a pretty easy one. So remember, we're gonna
Mike, free.
free me up. Earl's gonna do one more quick review on the board because this is an easy exercise, but a very, very important exercise. So So, review one more time there for us, Earl.
Sure. So again, like Mike was stating, we're still using the inducive sit or the inducive down to start the dog in the position. No corrections to start them off, okay? If they don't assume the position right away, just keep repeating their name and the command. Do not proceed to the no. Once you get them into the starting position, start with the regular command, chain of command. Name, here we have Mike. Let's say the command was going to be sit is their command. Use the word no if they don't listen. We use a command and the correction again. Sit with the proper correction. If he listens, praise. If he doesn't, continue to correct and repeat the command and give him a little bit of help. Whether it's in a positive motivation with a goodie or even a little bit of gentle pressure helping him into the correct position. Of course, if the dog starts to learn the command sequence and you're getting the proper results, you might just give the name and the command and be going straight to praise. Or even having the dog respond on the no like Mike did a few times and just remember to praise. Always have a beginning and an end and make sure you've used your goodie to free the dog up and keep them well motivated.
Good. And one last thing, Earl, about how many like push-ups should we expect the dog to do before you free him up?
Good question. Boy, this dog is very intelligent that can talk behind the camera. Typically, I usually have the dog do about, I call a set of push-ups, would probably be 2 sits and 2 downs. So it would be Mike sit, good boy, Mike down, good boy, Mike sit, good boy, Mike down, good boy, and free him up. We don't want to overwhelm him.
Good. All right. And so that's that's probably a good number, and also it's not a bad idea just to mix it up too. Sometimes do 2, sometimes do 3, but yeah, keep it light with the dog and happy. Very potentially stressful exercise for your dog. And again, if the tail falls off, don't be too stressed out by it. It happens sometimes. All right. Okay.
One last point.
Oh, another point.
One more point. I'd like to avoid pattern training. So when I do give the first command, I want to mix up the sets. So don't always go sit into a down, into a sit, into a down, because then the dog starts to say, oh, I know what's happening here, and they just start jumping into position. To keep the dog constantly learning, we want to mix up the rotation. Maybe we'll start with a down, into the sit, into a down, into a sit. So it's important to mix it up a little bit as well. Okay, good. I think that's a cut on this one. And complete sits and downs. I got more Cheerios for me? All right. All right, banana Cheerios.